Oh, wait a minute. Hello, everyone. You guys are out there. Let me get into the comments. How you doing? It is Saturday, 3 o'clock. How's everybody doing out there? Let me make sure everything you guys are seeing me good. Make sure you guys are coming in. Guys, we got a treat for you. This is like the first Saturday podcast that I'm actually starting to do on the weekends to hear artists, because sometimes I can't go to a lot of the people. And so that's what I'm doing now. And we are starting off with this great artist that got brought to me by Vicky V, who she's promoting. And I think you guys are going to be in for a treat. So if you guys are listening to this, you guys know, if you guys are at home out there, you guys can turn on your smart TV and go into YouTube under La Jolla Promotions, and you can actually watch this on your TV and hear the great music TV. So before we go on, as you guys know, I am very thankful to God that I have this podcast, that I have La Jolla Promotions, and everything that he's bringing into my world and my life right now, and everybody that's around me. So I do like to open up with the prayer, and so that's what I'm going to do, and then I'm going to bring you in with his who we're going to talk about, and we're going to see his little slideshow. All right. So, dear Lord, I thank you today for this beautiful day, for this beautiful Saturday. I pray for this podcast, for it, let it be your will, for the artists that we're about to meet, and just let him rise and his music, let people hear his music, because as we know, music is a healing. You have brought music to everybody's life, and you're bringing a lot more music with this new artist. In Jesus' name, amen. All right, guys, so I'm going to give you a little taste of some of his music, and then we'll be bringing him in. Here we go.
De la noche andaba yo en la movida, andaba brincando cerca visitando a mi querida. Estábamos en los hechos, en medio de la pasión, cuando hay nomás el marido y ay qué susto nos pegó. Con su pistola en la mano quería defender su honor, yo defender mi pellejo y que brinco al callejón. ¡Uy! Escapé de una esquina, me escapé de milagro, ya ni el polvo me miró, todavía me anda buscando. Adiós morena preciosa, nunca te echaría al olvido, nunca te volvería a ver por temor a tu marido. The jukebox is playing a honky-tonk song. One more I keep saying, then I'll go home. What good would it do me? I know what I'll find. An empty body, broken hearts, and you're still on my mind. Yeah, all the people are laughing, and they're having their fun. Well, I'm sitting here crying over what you have done. My pockets are empty. It's my last glass of wine. An empty bottle, a broken heart, and you're still on my mind. So blue I could die. I just sit here drinking till the bottle runs dry. To try and forget you, I turn to the wine. An empty bottle with broken hearts, and you're still on my mind. An empty bottle broken.
All right. What do you guys think about that? Little bit of you here in a little bit, you get to hear the entire songs, but that's just a little taste that I wanted to give you. So guys, without further ado, first and foremost, I'm going to bring his promoter and let him introduce you to him. But he is awesome. I just love the music. It's going to get you guys are going to get to hear their name. So let me bring Vicky V in here.
Hello,
hey,
everyone.
Vicky V. And here we are, promoters working together, bringing artists. What do you think?
Yes, thank you. Thank you for inviting me today. I greatly appreciate you interviewing Johnny Los Texas Plowboys. I think I've known him for maybe about almost a year, probably. He came to me. He found me on Messenger and messaged me and sent me his music, and I've gone from there, trying just to help get him out there. You know, that's what we're supposed to do as promoters, get them out there, you know, get them recognized, and hopefully we can start getting him gigs. But, you know, we have to get him recognized first. So he's a very humble gentleman. Love his music. He's very, does a lot of great things that you're going to talk about. So
yes,
with further ado, go ahead and bring him on.
That's right. So before we go on, I'm going to bring him on. Let's go do a couple shout outs. Hello, Roy Arriaga. My sister-in-law, Florida from Plainview, Texas is on. Veronica, hello.
Hello.
Gary Hobbs. Gary. G-Man. And Arnold Valdez. Hello, guys. Guys, this is my first Saturday show, and my shows are going to be Saturdays or Sundays, depending on the artist, between 3 p.m. I just think it's a great time when people are out and about, getting up, getting ready, getting going. And I think it's going to be good for the artists that I'm not able to go to personally. So with further ado, let me bring in Johnny. All right, here we go. Let me put you over here, Johnny. Woohoo! And this is Johnny Abrigo, right? Abrigo?
Yeah, Abrigo.
Abrigo, Johnny Abrigo.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to read you a little bit of his bio because I think it's a little bit interesting. He's from a quiet town in Roscoe, Texas,
Yeah.
in the fields, in between the fields of cotton ranches and oil pump jacks. Yep. He was born October 14th, 1970, in Colorado City, Texas. Um, he says here he's been filled with gentle rhythm of nature music and warm clothes. He went to school in Roscoe. I like that,
Yeah.
that sound. Okay. And he also went to college in the University of Texas in Arlington.
Yeah.
And his professional career started as a contract safety consultant in the 2000 company Engineering Safety Consultants.
Yeah.
Wow. And then you're also an artist singing. Your band is called, what is your band called?
Los Texas Plowboys.
Los Texas Plowboys. I'm
Mhm.
sure everybody's like, why Plowboys? So why Plowboys?
Yeah, the mascot of the school that I graduated from high school is some Plowboys. That's what they are. And
Oh,
it's just a farming type gentleman behind the plow. Back in the days, they used to have plows, and they used to stand behind the plow with a horse, and so that's what it signifies. It's
oh, that,
working individuals. That's what we strive for.
so can you tell us a little bit about your childhood in Roscoe?
Oh my gosh, I was a troublemaker, to be honest with you. My wife
I
think
think we
my
all were
wife
at one point in time.
my mom thinks I was a saint. No, I wasn't. In fact, I got held back in school. My I think it was my freshman year. I'm not freshman year. Sorry, my first year of school. Because I was always fighting. I don't know what it was that my mom didn't even realize, because how I got caught was because my brother that was a year younger than I was snitched on me. He kept seeing me out in the hallway, and he kept asking me every day. Kept saying, "Hey, why are you always out in the hall?" I told him, because the teacher told me I could come outside because I'm already done with my work. And so, and back then they don't check like they do now. So they'd give me a letter to give to my mother or my dad, and I never would do that. I was gonna.
Oh,
So she ended up telling my brother ended up telling on me to my mom, and then she went to school, and it wasn't because of my grades or anything. She just said, "Nope, I'm going to teach you a lesson. You need to stay behind a year." So, but I had fun. I was very athletic and loved sports. I started music actually when I was about 7 years old, roughly. I
wow.
started learning the accordion, and then later in life, I picked up the bajo and drums. The only thing I didn't never picked up was the bass, and not that I didn't want to. I thought those two instruments alone are for me they were hard. I mean, honestly, I mean it takes time for everybody to learn it. But the good thing about it, I not only learned it by note, because I learned music, sheet music through school, and then I just applied it what I already knew by ear. Because learning the accordion, they knew the keys and everything. Don't get me wrong in the scales, but it wasn't on paper. They just told you and showed you, and then either you picked it up or you didn't.
Right?
And so
Yeah.
but I remember, because when I was growing up, I had a nanny, at Owalia. She was white lady, very nice lady. Don't get me wrong, but I didn't know really any Spanish. The only reason I picked it up was because my dad, he'd be drinking with some of his friends sometimes outside or in the living room, and they'd be playing different types of songs from Tony de la Rosa, you name it, Ramon Ayala. And one day I just was walking through, and I heard the accordion on this polka from Tony de la Rosa, and I stopped when I was going through the through the living room, and I remember telling my dad, I said, "What instrument is that?" He goes, "I got on. Just go. You go play. You don't even know what this is." And I said, "No, really, what is that?" And then when he found out I was really interested, starting to listen to music myself. Gosh, he bought me an accordion probably a year later, and that's
Oh,
when I
wow.
started learning it. Yeah,
That's
yeah.
good.
So,
Hey, Roscoe, Texas. Where's that at?
gosh, the biggest towns close to us, east of us would be Sweetwater and Abilene, Texas. West of us would be uh, uh, Odessa and Big Spring, and then going towards the Panhandle, like towards Amarillo, you have Lubbock, and so
Yes,
Lubbock's
I
about
know
an
that
hour and a
place.
half, 2 hours, from where we are. So we're just smack down the middle, um, of West Texas, what we call. It's really funny because it's not like I love San Antonio. San Antonio is my home,
Hmm.
but here people wave at you and you wave somebody, the bigger towns, they're like, who in the hell are you? You kind of, here we still have that mentality of que la salud. We wave at
Yeah,
everybody coming down the roadway,
that's good. That's good.
so.
Let's do a couple shout outs here. We got Joe Leal. Hola, saludos, bendiciones, amigos desde Chicago. Wow.
Oh
Hello,
wow,
Wow,
Texas,
Chicago.
Joe.
Chicago,
Thank you.
hello,
Thank you for coming out. Borado Lopez here from H Town. Hello, Borado. ¿Cómo estás?
Houston, Texas.
Hello,
Yeah.
Oso
hello.
Rodriguez. Hello, Oso Rodriguez. ¿Cómo estás? How
Hello,
you doing?
also.
And let's see, we also got over here, of course, my sister-in-law, Cumbia Champs. Hi, Cumbia Champs. How you
Oh,
doing?
wow.
Thank you guys, everyone. Please share. And if you guys are out there at home and sitting in your living room or in the kitchen, go turn on that smart TV, put it on YouTube, and see it in your screen TV because you're about to hear some great music. Stop it. I'm sorry, I got my grandson over here. So, okay, so let me see. Another question I have. I know you went to college, which is a good thing. So what motivated you to pursue a degree in healthy and safety?
Health and safety. I was at a job site one time, and I had nothing. You know, like I said, I come from a small community that does farming, ranching, and I'd always seen accidents. I was actually at one site when I was doing oil and gas. One of my uncles was like kind of like what they call. He wasn't the landman, but he was somebody that checked all the wells, and all his family had crews, and they went out and did the pumps. They started from the ground up, drilling and etc. And he asked me if I wanted to do that, when I was in high school. So I went, and like the second year, I saw this one kid. He was 21 years old. He fell off the top derrick when he was putting pipe in,
Hmm.
and but he died. I mean, and
Oh,
I never thought I'd see another accident. Then later in life, when I was, after high school, I was having to do construction, and I saw another incident, and I thought, you know what, how can I make a change, or how can I do something to help any industry out? It doesn't matter if it's oil and gas or, public housing or manufacturing. I've done quite a bit in safety and health, and so I got into it, started studying it, uh, and then from there, I started consulting, and then got hired by big companies like Toyota and Samsung and
Wow.
some of the bigger companies that do highways and bridges for TxDOT. So I've been managing and doing that for a while. Um, but even through school, though, I've always done something to help people out. I've worked when I was going to school. I was working at facilities that dealt with kids that were from the state and or uh, private sectors, what we call them, but kids that were uh, abused, severely abused, and you know it's just terrible. The system it's gotten better, but there for a little bit it was sometimes some of those cases we got were really severe. It was really hard to break some of those kids from the
Wow.
trauma that they had suffered. Um, and at the same time, I taught school before when I was going to college, and then I also ended up in law enforcement. Uh, so I've done quite a bit, with my education from safety. That's all stems from safety. That's
Wow.
and so and then in my early career, for all my friends and stuff from military and stuff, I thought there's got to be a way that we can help some of our troops that have problems. I'm very humble. I've had issues. I've been through trauma myself in those situations, and so I know what anxiety is. I know what I almost be going through the stage of depression. I know what all that stuff is. What that's like. And there's always somebody you can reach out to and talk to, but sometimes
Yeah.
some people you don't feel like they can do that. So I started helping my friends, the ones that are coming back from war and stuff. So we'd get calls, uh, and so me and another friend of mine in the military would go out to some of these individuals, not knowing who they were, nothing, but just because you have the same background, trauma and or in the military. And so we'd go in there before the cops would come blazing because they'd get a call, hey, this guy's going suicidal, or he
Wow.
may be taking his family into a hostage situation. We'd arrive before because we knew what that person was facing, and not to the whole extent, but they sense, oh gosh, this guy's, has a history, once we start talking to them, then they're not so, how would I say it, so angry at themselves or whoever they're angry at. They want to talk. Half the places I've been, homes and etc., to stop some of this stuff. Uh, thank God we were able to resolve it. And not all
Wow.
cases are like that. There were some cases that we missed that opportunity. But I mean, it's a good program. It's for our vets, and not just for our vets. I tell anybody, last program that I did on a podcast, man, I'll give you my number for anybody that's out there. I don't care who it is. You can call me day or night, as long as if you're going through some problems, you think you need somebody to listen to what's going on. That's what we're here for, you
That's
know.
right.
And that's just one way I can help, our community, our vets and etc. So,
We need that.
um,
I mean, definitely, we
That's
need
right.
that. We
And I
definitely
think
need.
even with music, education is important. And I like for people to know, of course, you got a career too. Most all
yeah,
of us in music and in the music industry have our own careers and what we do. And
yeah.
so that's kind of why I really liked your bio, the way you set it up. And I just like people to hear what he's been doing, what he's doing. And then in between all this, how did the band come in? How the
Oh
band,
gosh, I started actually singing with Eddie Gonzalez. Was one of the first musicians I
wow.
actually started playing. Started doing segundas. And he told me one time, he goes, "Hey man, you need to start playing on your own." Because when sometimes he would take a break, and I would get up on stage and be the lead singer.
Oh,
And
wow.
so, and it's he. I'll be honest with you, Eddie's been through a lot. But he's been up there. You know what I mean? And I got to
Mhm.
be part of that. And um, you don't have too many musicians that will do that. That is, if you're the lead, they want to be the lead the whole time. And Eddie wasn't like that. Another group that I have hanging my give my uh, thank yous for that as well. That opportunity is Max Baca and the Tex Maniacs. Uh,
Oh, okay.
Same thing. I've been to played very big halls, very big venues with them and Flaco Jimenez, and people like Augie Myers, and uh, I was real fortunate that I was around people that were in this industry that know it, really well, know the history of it, where it's going, and what they want to do with it, because they're the ones setting the trend. You know what I mean? And then have somebody like Flaco. I mean, the first time that I we were at playing a show in Lockhart, I mean Lukenbach, Texas, and my wife went with me, and she had never been around Flaco, and you know Flaco loved her, and he had to say that he had to approve that first.
Oh, wow.
But long story short, I remember when I got up there, was talking with him, and I'd done some songs before in country, and he told me, "Mijo, I love our onda. Don't get me wrong." He goes, "But I'm going to be honest with you. You need to do some country songs." he goes,
Country
"You need to,
songs.
focus on country." He goes, "Not that you're bad at the time. My band, our first band was Tejano Fire. Juan Abrigo and Tejano Fire, and we still have some songs out on the internet and stuff with that. So, but I wanted to change it up. I wanted to do more of a midstream, a conversion, going from Tejano Conjunto into a mainstream of Texas country." And it's kind of falls back on what Flaco told me. You can incorporate both of them, just like they did, just like the Mavericks did. Gosh, there's plenty of other groups I'm sure that are doing the same thing, probably just not as well heard or not exposed yet. And that's why I'm grateful to Vicky. That she's helping us get out there, and people like you, yourself as well, for the podcast, that are taking the time and giving us that chance to come out and to be able to share our stories and how we got started. Sometimes people think, man, no one's gonna give me a chance at this, and you'd be surprised. You just gotta be out there enough and for people to see you, to give you
Well,
that chance.
well, that's what we're here
Yeah.
for. We're here to get you out there, so everybody can hear your
Mhm.
music.
Yeah. And speaking
Yeah.
of that, of country, we are going to take a little break. But you want to do a couple of shout outs? You got a couple of shout outs there, Vicky V, that you
Well, you know
see,
what?
buddy?
I see, but I don't see it. I mean, I can't see it.
Okay.
I'll hear and here, but
All
I do
right.
see Joe Liao. Hello, Joe. I do see
Hi, Joe. Yeah.
Morao. Hello. That's the only ones I can actually see right
Okay. I
here.
see
don't know.
Q Promotions from Colorado. Hey, Q.
Hello.
How's
Oh
it
wow,
going
Q
with you?
Promotions. Wow.
Yes, he's
Wow.
on there.
Wow.
Debbie Pimentel is on here too. Hello, Debbie. Hello, everybody. Guys, if you guys are just tuning in, we got Johnny y Los Texas Plowboys from Roscoe, right?
Yep. Let's go
From
Texas.
Roscoe, Texas, guys. Yes, Q Promotions is on the house. Thank you. We will be partnering up and we'll be telling you a little bit about him. Pretty soon we got to bring him in. I'm going to bring him in to interview him, right? So without further ado, I do want to share a couple of his musics that we have here for him. So you guys can kind of hear a little bit. And since he's mentioned country, I think we should start with that one. So give me one moment while I get it going on right here.
It's hot in my room.
It's hot in here. Let me see.
Yeah, well,
All right, here we go.
The jukebox is playing a honky-tonk song. One more I keep saying, and then I'll go home. What good would it do me? I know what I'll find. An empty bottle, broken hearts, and you're still on my mind. Yeah, all the people are laughing, and they're having their fun. Well, I'm sitting here crying over what you have done. My pockets are empty. It's my last glass of wine. An empty bottle, a broken heart, and you're still on my mind. So blue I could die. I just sit here drinking till the bottle runs dry. To try and forget you, I turn to the wine. An empty bottle with broken hearts, and you're still on my mind. An empty bottle with broken hearts, and you're still on my mind.
Oh, wow. Okay. So, what is that name of that song? That voice. Wow.
You're still on my mind. It's Jeff Daniels wrote that song a long time, but a lot of people have remade that song. Uh, yeah,
And so, how old is that song? The country song?
gosh, that song's probably if anything, that song's probably made in the early '50s. That was written by Jeff,
Yeah,
but
it goes way back.
gosh, it goes way back. That song goes way back.
So I
And
hear
so,
you have a CD out, right?
yes, yep, it's called Johnny Los Texas Plowboys. Uh, there it is, right there. I was gonna say the same thing.
There you go.
A
Okay.
little bit of Texas country is what the name of the album is, but we're on all major platforms. Apple. Gosh, what's the other ones? YouTube, you name it. We're
On
out
every
there already.
platform.
Yeah,
Dice,
yeah.
dice Roy Arriaga, great song, Johnny. They really enjoyed that song and everything.
Thank y'all very much.
So,
And a shout out to, I can't see everybody on my screen either, unfortunately,
Mm,
but for all that's out there listening, I do appreciate you coming on, taking time out of your day,
yeah.
um, to get on this. I'm very fortunate that God has blessed me with this, and then with the people like yourselves that take the time to come out and do this, to be honest, to hear the stuff that's coming out.
yeah, thank you, Roy. TJ Gonzalez just came in. TJ Gonzalez is
Hey,
another one of my
TJ.
artists. He is Yolanda. TJ is about to release a song, I think, a new song, if he hasn't yet. But
He released
he's
it last
also,
night.
did he last night?
Yeah,
Oh,
you were working.
he released it. Yeah, I was working.
You
I
were
was
working.
working away. So we'll be hearing here pretty soon. I'll be going to interview him and be over there at where he works up there in Poteet.
Yeah.
You guys haven't looked up TJ Gonzalez. He's on all social platforms también.
Yeah,
He's
he's
starting up.
got a really good
Let's
voice
see.
as well. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So tell me, how did you find Vicky B? I
Vicky V,
think I'd like to hear the story of how artists
yeah,
are
it's pretty
find
much she was
them.
pretty accurate as she stated it when she was first coming on. It's been about a year that I've known her, and I reached out to her because I saw her promotion stuff, and it's really, it- you know, like your first impressions is everything. And
Mm-hmm.
I'll be honest with you, when I saw Vicky's page and her, uh, it was like her business card, I guess what it was, or however she did that. It was very professional, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to reach out to this person because somebody that takes that much detail and time to do that means they're really serious about what they do.
Called
They take the
OCD.
small things into account, and that's why I reached out to her. To be honest with you,
Oh, thank you.
That's right.
Really
And Vicky
appreciate
B,
that.
what happened when he reached out to you?
Well, I was actually transitioning, moving at the time when he reached out to me. So
yeah.
he's like, "I'm gonna send you some CDs," and the CDs never came. I was like, "Well," and then he comes back, and goes, "Oh, I guess he was busy. They came." So I was like, "Okay." So I had them. Here it is. So I had him, and I didn't have a CD player. Who? I don't have a CD player in my house, only in the car. Like, Greg, so here I'm sitting out in the car listening to him. I'm the only person in the car sitting on. So I said, forget it. I'm gonna go buy me a CD player. So, and then we just been talking since then. We have a great relationship. We talk, about things, and he'll call me, and he's very mindful of my time, and I'm very appreciative of that. He calls and tells me, texts me, "Can you talk? Can you talk?" Yeah, I can talk. It's not. I said, "Give me 10 minutes." He doesn't just call me out of the blue because sometimes I'm busy, especially now that I've got more artists I'm working with. So, I just liked his music, and I wanted just to help him get out there because there's so many artists that they have nobody, helping them, no promoting them. Which you don't have to have a promoter, but sometimes it helps. And
hmm
we can get him on the podcast. And that's what he asked me. He says, my main thing, right, I want you to help me get podcasts, and if we can get gigs. Like I told him, we have to get to know who he is before we can start bringing him to San Antonio. Because I said, I could bring him, but nobody knows who he is. So, but
Yeah, it's
once you
hard.
hear his story of who he is, where he's been, and maybe hopefully we can get him into an award show, and we'll go from there. So I find him very
Yeah.
humble, and he's he's actually a very good gentleman. I mean, I've come across some people in the industry that just they want to talk, and it's not about. I'm like, no, he's a gentleman. He's actually a pure gentleman.
So right now are you performing right now,
Not
Johnny?
right
Are
now,
you at the
not
time?
right now, but
Okay.
we are open to taking gigs. In fact, I got called for that La Fiesta Mexicana in
Okay.
Racine, Wisconsin, Chicago area.
Oh
Uh,
wow.
Oh,
but it
Joviel.
interfered. It interfered with some of the stuff I had to do at work, so I couldn't do it. También, Market Square. I've done a lot of shows at Market Square
Okay.
with my first band, and unfortunately, this year we had an opportunity. También, thank you to Vic. She worked very hard on that.
Thank
Um,
you, Latoya.
but
Yes.
Heard me
we
well.
We're
Yeah.
yeah we have to. I'm going to be on a cruise, so that's going to take away from being able to do that show. But right now we're
oh
trying
wow.
to focus on maybe doing stuff for the rodeo and things that are coming up. Besides that, before we take off on our cruise in March, and then once we get back for sure, we'll be looking at stuff that we can do for the summer.
Oh, Joanne.
Yay. So you mentioned, I know you, Joanna Peña. Hello, how you doing? Jose Sal Pacheco, my friends from Idaho. Hello. So you got Idaho over there hearing you también.
Idaho, hello.
Yeah, you guys stick around. We got a little bit more music, but we're just getting to know Johnny over here. I know you mentioned you had a first band. How did you get started? I think you call it Juan Abrigo y
Abrigo, yeah,
Tejano
on
Fire.
fire. Yep, that's correct. That's correct. Yeah,
When
like
did
I said,
that band start?
oh, that's the bar. That's man. Ooh, it was in the. I want to say like around 96, and I kept going with it till about 95, 97, because I was doing both, helping Eddie and then doing my band. So,
Oh,
in fact,
okay.
we were open. Sometimes we'd open up for Eddie. And I told myself, well, I can't do both, so I gave my stuff up, and not that I gave it up, I just did it when I could. Uh, but we had a blast, and the same people that helped me even build up to where I'm at today, um, Max and Max and some other individuals, they pushed me along, and so I never lost sight of it, or it's in your blood if you're if you're a musician,
Yeah, right.
it doesn't go away. And so I told myself when I talked to Max this last time, he said let's start on another project, and let's do the stuff, um, with Texas country, and I was very fortunate to work with Rebecca Valadez, Ram Herrera, Flaco Jimenez, of course Max and back on the Tex Maniacs, um, Bobby Flores, Paz que descanse. Bobby Flores is a very talented fiddle player and steel guitar, and does a lot of stuff for a lot of country individuals. And we're not talking small; we're talking the big boys.
Wow.
And actually, he recorded. I was the last person he recorded or should I say, he was on my CD before he passed. You know, he's no longer with us, but his music is, and it'll keep on living. Um, but
Yeah, that's
so anyway.
all right. So, next question here that I have in here. What has been the most rewarding part of your music journey?
Oh,
Because you have a lot.
yeah.
I like the story. You have a lot.
It's just learning. I try to take away and let God take the reins first of all.
Yes.
Porque sin él, I'll be honest with you, I wouldn't be where I'm at now.
Yes.
Through a lot of stuff that I've gone through, it's been God that's gotten me through, and
I think that's
and
right
I,
for
I
all
and
of
I
us.
try to learn something every day, and especially if it's in music también, uh, and tell them thank you, because a lot of people, I mean, we're fortunate to get up and have lights and have food and stuff, and some people don't have that. Some pobrecitos, and when things really happen, things go really south. Uh, I can actually say that I'm how would I say it? I'm weathered. I know that I could withstand some of that stuff. If it's
Sorry.
happened again.
Hmm. Yeah. There she is. She's back again. There you go. That's awesome. So, guys, if you guys are just not coming in, this is Johnny y Los Texas Plowboys now. That's what
Okay.
he is. Has a band, and he has a CD out there. We're gonna listen to another one of his songs. I think this one. Let me see what it's called. Let me see. Brincando cercas, right? Brincando cercas.
Yes, Ricardo Cercas. I think I'm not sure if we did that one at first or not. No, we didn't. We didn't. Okay, go ahead. Yeah, Ricardo Cercas is an old song that Flaco Jimenez had done, and really before him, that song. No me acuerdo. Let me think of the CD. ¿Cómo se llama la? Luis Gonzalez was the composer that wrote the song, but this song is también está viejita. It's early 1950s, maybe earlier than that. But it's a very, very good song. It's a love song, but it's a love spat, not love spat.
Mhm.
uh, uh, Between two lovers get that, um,
Get in trouble.
they get in trouble.
All right, let's listen. Let's hear this great song of his. Okay, here we go. Let's see. Okay. I'm still learning this little section here. Vámonos. Okay.
A las 12 de la noche andaba yo en la movida, andaba brincando cerca visitando a mi querida. Estábamos en los hechos, en medio de la pasión, cuando hay no más el marido y hay que susto nos pegó. Échale, Josh. Con su pistola en la mano quería defender su honor, yo defender mi pellejo y que brinco al callejón. Me escapé de una esquina, me escapé de milagro, ya ni el polvo me miró, todavía me anda buscando. Adiós morena preciosa, nunca te echaría al olvido, nunca te volvería a ver por temor a tu marido.
Open this up. All right. Ya viene la Vicky B. She's back again. Yay.
Yeah, my grandma
Hola.
kicked me off. Sorry.
Brincando cercas. Oh my God. That accordion. Híjole. Who does your accordion? I just love
That's
that sound
yes,
of that accordion all in there. And it
yes,
brings the
that's
tension de la música,
yeah,
Whoa. Like
yeah,
it's a
please.
movie itself.
Yes, yes, that's Josh Baca, and so that's like so some of those pasadas are actually from Flaco Jimenez. And he's on the CD también. Don't get me wrong, but
Mm-hmm.
we took a lot of that stuff from his old stuff that he done, and we just revamped it. We did it our own unique way, you know. So that's how that got. That's how they got there.
That's let's see here. I have some other questions here. Um,
Hello to all the Peñas out there. Hello.
there you go. Do you have any questions for him, Chris?
No, I
Stevie?
don't have any questions. I enjoyed so far answering the questions that you're
Awesome.
asking. So,
Now,
So
well,
I
how soon? Well, yeah, I do. Well, how soon do you think you're going to start playing out there? I know you're releasing a song. Like you said, every so often. How often are you releasing the songs from the CD?
so far we
yes,
have
good
two.
one.
We're fixing to put a third one out here pretty soon. Probably within probably maybe the midweek of February, if not on Valentine's Day. I mean,
On
Everybody's
Valentine's
releasing
but
Day. Oh,
Valentine's
nice.
Day.
yeah, we're thinking it's either gonna be a country one or probably that cumbia that you were talking that I was telling you about earlier that you heard.
Yeah,
We
we're
may
gonna
put
show you
one. Of,
guys here in a bit.
we may put one of those out, but we haven't decided yet. But it'll be in February. It'll be the next release for the next song.
And then how soon do
Nice.
you want to start singing or touring, doing gigs?
Probably March on out through the rest of the year. We'll start picking up shows.
It means we got to do
So
interviews.
and then
Interviews,
interviews, yeah,
interviews. Good to know. So if
Okay.
you guys are out there, share this podcast
Right.
because I know we got people that come here, but then later on people can hear it everything, and so they get to know Johnny's songs and everything. That's what we're here for. The other question that I have here is. What legacy do you hope to leave behind, both in your professional career and your personal life?
uh, well, um, first most above anything, just somebody that sets an example that follows God. To be honest with you, that's what I want. Later in my older age,
Mm-hmm.
the one stage I really want to be is on God's. You know,
Yes,
singing His stuff for Him. Uh, bringing people closer to God. That's
that's
that's what
right. Thank
that's what
God.
I really want.
Yes, that's
I
that's
mean,
awesome.
todo lo que I love doing music, the Hana wise and stuff like that, but to actually help somebody know the Lord, and draw closer to Him would
Well, would
would
you like to
would
put out a
would be
CD,
like.
or have you thought about that? Putting out a CD?
Yes, yeah.
CD?
Once I decide that's I'm done with the Tejano scene. Yes, I'm gonna do a religious CD. Yes,
And that's awesome.
yeah.
I'm still promoting. I'm right there for you. I love when I am feeling down. I go to the car, put on K Love. I mean, nothing better
Mm-hmm.
than just to have that, because we all go through days where we're just down, and we have our Tejano music. You have your rock and roll, but you know what? There's nothing like listening to the Lord's music and just chilling, listening to Him in His Word. I mean, that's to
Yeah,
me. There's nothing out better than that. And
yeah.
I don't really talk about religion on Facebook or nothing, but I am. If it
You
wasn't for
got to
him,
get
I
my little
wouldn't be here,
questions in.
because I too have a pastor. I almost passed away back in 2018. So I'm still a little heavy from that, but if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be here. But they gave me 24
Mm-hmm.
hours to live, and for some reason, it wasn't my time. So I am blessed because I'm
Yeah.
here to be able to do this. So but yeah, there's nothing like good Christian music. And if you're in San Antonio on Friday nights, anybody who wants to go out and do karaoke Christian music, Nick's Tacos does Christian karaoke. So
Wow,
they would love to have you.
Oh,
that's
really? That's
awesome.
good. Way to
Yeah.
go. And everything. So, how can people find you? How can people find you through Facebook if they want to book you?
Yes, we're on Facebook. We're on Snapchat. We're on oh, what's that other one? Instagram, I think it's the other one.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're on. Um, and so on the CD, and then when here in a minute, well, I'll get past that right now, but it's Los Texas Plowboys at gmail.com.
Oh, okay.
Okay. And then and it's on the CD, but you'll find that on all the platforms that I just talked about right now for social media. And then our direct number is area code 325-207-8255. 8975.
Okay. Let's
And
give
they
a
can
couple
always
shout
contact
outs
me.
here.
I can contact him.
Yes,
Yeah,
Vicky
and
B.
then Vicky's my lead, so you can contact Vicky as well.
Yes, Vicky is the one. So, couple shout out. We got Florida also in the house. Jane Sanchez, that's another friend. She's
Hello.
in the house. Joe Suniga, John Suniga. Thank you so much for coming in. Gilbert Pena,
Hello.
Lori Pena, Lori Avalos Pena is in the house.
Mhm.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, everybody that's coming on here. And like I said, if you guys are still on, you guys are at home and you're on a smart TV. This is also going on live. So también later on, Johnny, you can actually grab that link, put it on your Facebook page, and
Okay.
people can just play that YouTube show,
Okay.
so they can get to know you and get to hear your music. And so, can you show them your CD again?
Yes.
Do you have those out, or
Yes.
are you selling them, or how can they
Yes.
get that CD?
Yes, they can reach me or reach Vicky, and I'll send the CD. We're doing them right now. When we do the podcast for interviews on the on air or anything
Oh,
like that,
okay.
we're doing them for 15, and so you can grab your CDs through myself, or like I said, contact Vicky through our emails or our phone numbers, however you want to contact us, and we'll make sure we'll get those out to you.
Oh, Ariana Rodriguez is in the house. Hello, Ariana. Woohoo.
Hello.
Thank you. Joyce Revilla,
Hello.
just jump on. How you doing? Thank
Hello,
you,
Joyce.
ladies, for coming in. We are bringing in this new gentleman. Well, he's not new. He's been in the music industry for quite a while with a lot of good artists, and he's just stopped for a little bit. And I mean, well, he's got a new band, Johnny y Los Texas Plowboys. Which is his mascot from the school. If you guys are wanting to know where the Plowboys came from, that's where it came from. And then we're just getting to know him and letting you guys hear some of his music. He's got a CD out there. This next song that we're going to play from him is a cumbia, which I always love to dance. And he sent this to me, and I think you guys are really going to enjoy this cumbia. So let me go ahead and get this cumbia going on. A bit. Okay, my music. Here we go. Okay, where to go? We're getting here. If I push play, there we go.
Quiero que bailes mi cumbia, que te vengo yo a cantar, porque nomás un besito de ti quisiera yo robar. Yo quiero bailar mi cumbia, yo quiero bailarla ya, con esa linda morena que se hace para allá y para acá. Mira qué bonito mueve la cintura y lo demás. Dos pasitos para adelante, dos pasitos para atrás. Quiero bailar la cumbia, yo quiero bailarla ya, con esa linda güerita que se hace para allá y para acá. Quiero que bailes mi cumbia, que te vengo yo a cantar, porque nomás un besito de ti quisiera yo robar. Quiero bailar la cumbia, quiero bailarla ya, con esa linda morena que se hace para allá y para acá. Pero qué bonito mueve la cintura y lo demás. Dos pasitos para adelante, dos pasitos para atrás. Quiero bailar la cumbia, yo quiero bailarla ya, con esa linda morena que se hace para allá y para acá. qué bonito mueve la cintura y lo demás. Dos pasitos para adelante, dos pasitos para atrás. Yo quiero bailar la cumbia, yo quiero bailarla ya, con esa linda güerita que se hace para allá y para acá.
Iralo. Oh my gosh, that was awesome. That I love that song. I'm a dancer, so I'm a sucker for cumbias. It doesn't matter. So ya me tenías bailando. Everybody's that's a good dancing song. So where'd that song come about to be? How tell us about that song.
That song was actually done by Tremendo Cinco. Isaac had done it, and so he said, "Man, you got to try that song out and do it your way." And so that's what we did. But the original players was Tremendo Cinco that actually did that song. I just redid it, or the way I wanted it done. I guess I should say my own take on it, my own flavor.
No,
Oh, I have
nothing wrong with
Ariana
that.
Rodriguez. She said Elicio Leal, one of her friends, plays one of his songs on the show.
Yeah,
So
that's
he plays
awesome.
your song. Good stuff. They like your
Yeah.
stuff. So see, people
Well,
already know you.
thank you.
Yes.
Thank y'all so much for all the people out there. Like I said, I can't see everybody on my end, but thank you. God bless each and every one of you for taking the time and supporting us.
Oh yes.
Yes, yes. So what's next? What do you hope from this? What are you wanting to do? Tell us.
Um, the next step is to break, and which Sunny Saucedo is already doing, which I'm very proud of him.
Oh
For our type of music, this switching over to the mainstream market of uh, Texas country.
Texas country.
Yeah, so the next thing is to do shows, and which like I know Rick really well. Trevino, been on stage with him, with Kevin Fowler. I've been very
yeah, I
fortunate
love
to do
Kevin Fowler.
yeah, I've been very fortunate to be able to do those things, but now it's to be able to open up and do shows with those guys as well. You know, on the road. That's my next goal. He said, "Dios me deja to get a Grammy, for composing and doing music. Great. I would take it in a heartbeat. But that's one thing I really want to go to that next level with our music is
That's
the
good.
Texas country scene. Yeah.
I have a message here from Joyce Trevino. Dice, DJ Cowboys Arizona plays his awesome music también. So see?
Yes, DJ Cowboy is
Yes.
a great person.
Yes.
I got to get with those guys. I mean, a shout out to everybody there
We'll set,
for
we'll set him
supporting
up,
us as
set you
well.
up an interview with him as well. Yes.
Hmm.
Exactly.
Yes. So if
Um,
anybody is out there, you guys know any podcasters, anybody that is taking interviews, send them out to Vicky V so she can get them out there, get Johnny out there. That's what we're here for. And this is my first Saturday day, 3 p.m. And man, I think it did great. A lot
I
of these
like it
people,
because
I like
on the
it.
weekdays everybody's like this trying to watch the shows. We're all okay. Go. This is perfect because I don't know anybody who has actually a
Yes.
Saturday show. So thank you, La Jolla.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah, thank you, La Jolla. I
Yeah.
appreciate
thank
thank
you.
y'all
I
for
always I was trying to figure out because Vámonos con La Joya is I technically made it to go to the artist, go to whoever wants to get promoted or get talk about their business or talk about your music and everything, But right now January is kind of cold, everything. So Vicky's like, "You want to interview?" So I'm like, "Yeah, I'll do it virtual," which is I've done it before, but I was the co-host, was in my own virtual podcast, but this is my first one. So yay, Vicky, and yay, Johnny! This is my
Thank
first
you.
Thank you.
virtual
Well, I have a
podcast, which
question for
I
you,
think
La
Saturday.
Jolla. I have a question for you.
Yes,
Are you going to do what you did last time with Veronica and travel again?
that's what that is also a package too. So if
Oh, so
I
come your
did the
way.
radio tour. Yeah, we
Yeah,
did
that
a
would be
radio
good.
tour. You guys just you can get with me, and I can explain to you the cost, and things how we can go about. I mean, we did 4 days of traveling: Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and that went really well. And so, even if we do like a weekend to certain um, radios. A lot of it, mostly, I think it has to be a weekday because some Saturdays they're good, and the Saturdays, I think Sundays it becomes very tough, But we still were able to manage some radio stations. But I mean, that's still in there in the works. There's packages available, so you just we can work together, and figure out how to go, because that's one thing when we did the radio things, they really enjoyed the artists going there and seeing them and handing them to them. And then, of course, that opened doors in listening to their music right then and there, some of them. And then doing an interview right there in the radio show.
Well, we have some great bands coming in March, so you could maybe be busy doing that. But they're on right now. The Peñas, Los Hermanos Peña is coming, so maybe you can do that when they come. But if you go a trip up that way, maybe you can
Yeah.
interview, Johnny, and it at his restaurant. You didn't tell him about your restaurant. Tell him
Yes,
about your restaurant.
Yeah, that's what I was
yeah,
going to say. I saw you have a restaurant. Yes.
yeah.
Here,
I
what's
was
up
on
at
the
the
restaurant.
restaurant?
It's American. We serve a little bit of everything, to be honest with you. From steaks to brisket, fish, you name it.
What's the
We got a
restaurant
really
name?
Hicks at the Lumberyard
In Roscoe,
from
Texas,
in
right?
Roscoe, Texas. Yep, you can look us up. We're on. We have a page for it on Facebook also, but we're on Yelp and Google and all those sites that for food. You'll see some of our stuff on there.
All
So,
right. Well,
but
awesome.
yeah,
So,
so
what last words do you have to say to your fans out there, the people out there? Shoot away. Your
thank y'all
shout
very much.
outs.
Uh, Shout outs to all. I mean, whoever's on here and to the guys that helped me on the studio, the guys that helped me on the road. Uh, thank y'all very much. I mean, I couldn't do it without y'all. But really, in honest all truth, it's the gente. The gente that
That's
takes
right.
time to listen to the stuff and put their true mark on it, and they're the ones that request the music and etc. And I couldn't do it without y'all. I'll be honest with you. I can't do it without God. And
That's right. God is.
uh,
Mhm.
like I said, for foremost and everything, that's that's who I put first. And for anybody out there, like I said earlier, not to be a downer or anything, but if you have issues and like I said, I know what anxiety is, I know what PTSD is. I've been through all those. You need help. There's always somebody out there that wants to listen to hear you out, and that's why I gave out my number. And that's another thing
Yes.
that I like to do is to help those that need help. That uh, it's just like the method, leave no man behind. That's what it's sort of what's it, or a woman, not to leave anybody behind. We all need help at some point.
Yes, that's true. And you're so correct with God and everything. I mean, me growing up, I did grow up with music. I did, music, and I'm a dreamer. I don't know about anybody of you, but I've always dreamed, or I dreamed of what I wanted to be or how I wanted to be, and dreams came with me. And that's how, when I came over here, now I'm seeing how God is working some of those younger dreams, not in the particular way that I wanted, but in his different ways with the podcast,
Yeah.
with a promoter, now that I look back at the dreams that I was having, I'm like, okay, now God's bringing this in his own way, because hey, he's blessing me now, and it's a good, he knows, because
Mm-hmm.
being a mom and having little kids and anything, I probably wouldn't be able to be out and about. And like yesterday I was at 5 a.m. to whatever, but uh, my husband works and he's gone, and so I'm able to do it. I'm good,
Yeah. Yeah.
and so that is awesome. Vicky, what do you have?
Just I'm just for me, I'm just going to keep on doing what I'm doing, just promoting and trying to help the people I'm promoting, the bands that I am, just keep going forward. I never thought about doing this. Actually, it's how La Jolla and I met. I went on to
Yeah.
her show as a host, and so many months later, I became a promoter, and I am the assistant to Tiger Mays on the Tiger Eye Show, and I'm affiliated with a few other companies out there, that in TejanoLive.com. just a little bit there, and just doing our thing. And I want to hear just to help you guys. Like I said, it's not about us as a promoter; it's about the artist, and that's
It's about the artists and the music.
yes, that's it.
God just put us here in their path to help them.
Yes.
And one of the things too with my show, I am a promoter, so I do have several artists that I do promote that I help. And so I have a Conjunto Diferencia from Tucson, Arizona. Go and find them. They'll be over here in Texas. They're gonna be at the Spring Fest. They came last time and they found them, they liked them, and so they got like 3 different shows in 2 different days there for the Spring Fest. And then they're going to be in Valentine, Texas, February 14th, which we're going to go there. Then of course we got them, we're going to get them in the fanfare. And then now there's the opening for the fiesta, which we're hoping to get in the fiesta. So that's coming up now. So there's opening for that. So here in a little bit, we're going to end it. On one of my shows, I will be putting a little bit of their new releases, and they just have a song that they just released. So we're going to hear that too before we go. And then also Veronica La Consentida from Las Vegas. She is a well-known artist already, and so she just crossed over to Tejano, and in the year she's already done an album. She's about to do her album release, she's just now getting to get known here in Texas, and so that's what we promoters do. She came over here. And then we got TJ Gonzalez, which he was on the show too. He's got a new release out there and about to get another release. The Texas Lobos is some other bands that also came in that also, like you, Jenny, they've been playing with a bunch of other well-known artists too. Then now they started their own band. And who else I got? I think that's it. Is that it?
That's like me. Well, actually, La Jolla and I were both on the same team for a little while with Laura Linda. I'm a promoter for Laura Linda, and then Los Hermanos Peña and Johnny here. I am. Danny Ortiz has several promoters. I am on his promotional team. Arnold Valdez just started helping promote him as well. So we have a few. I don't want to spread myself too thin because I think that's enough right now, because you have to do a lot of work. So I don't want to be out there. So, but yes, and we appreciate all of you artists that come to us and ask for our help, because we know there's tons of artists out there, and you're letting us be a part of you, and we thank all of you that allow us to be a part of you. And so thank you, Johnny. Thank you for reaching out.
No.
Thank you for having a relationship.
We got Cynthia Cabrera, House Stockstill. That's one of my friends growing up. She is in California. And she's watching. Hi, Cynthia. Hello.
California.
Thank you for coming in. The impossible is always possible. La tía de Conjunto Diferencia is in the house here.
Oh, wow.
Hello. Yes, from Arizona. So, man, we got a little bit of Florida, Arizona. So let's go ahead and while you guys are here, we're going to listen to a little bit, one of the new releases de Conjunto Diferencia. So let me see.
Awesome.
All right, here we go.
Amorcito consentido, yo no más.
Let me get us on back on. What do you think about that one, Johnny? What do you think of
It's good.
Conjunto
They're good.
Diferencias?
They're a good group.
Oh
They're good.
yeah.
Yes.
Love
So
their music.
if you guys make sure you look them up in social media, if you guys need Conjunto Diferencia for any events, get a hold of me. I'm their promoter here in Texas. He's got also a promoter in Arizona. And so we are here to help these groups. And I just want to thank each and everybody out there that came on this show. Share this show. Let Johnny be heard out there in this world. He is ready to get back out there and get played and make his dream come true. All in God's name, though, of course.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, it's all in his hands.
And thank you for your program, Vicky. I can't thank you enough. Both of y'all are, I mean, for doing the work that y'all do and setting these things up in place for not just for myself, but what y'all doing for other artists. It's you're a big, part of this as well. So thank y'all both.
You're welcome. So we're going to end this day. Thank you, everyone, for this, for spending your hour, a little bit over an hour here on this Saturday. We'll be, if you guys want to interview one of your guests or anything, go ahead and give me a message. We'll work it to either Saturday or Sunday. I think it's one of the best days, to get these artists known. And this is my first day getting started for the weekend podcast. And so that's what I am here for. So you guys have some artists out there, you guys want to showcase them and let them be heard, get with us, or any other artist that wants help. I'm here. Vicky V's here. We got other promoters out there. Reach out. We want to try to work together as a team to help the artists and help the music. That's what we're here for.
Yes.
All right.
Stop fighting each other. It's crazy.
Yes.
We have to
So
unite.
God bless you,
as
everyone.
podcasters.
Yes. Go ahead, Vicky. Say it.
As podcasters and promoters, we have to work together because we can't get you out there. If we're fighting each other, we need to help each other. If there's animosity, leave it for another day. But when it comes to the artists, we're here for you, and that's what it should be.
That's right. And any artists out there in different states that want to come to Texas, because that's where Conjunto Diferencia, Community Texas, Veronica La Consentida from Las Vegas, we got other artists out there. And that's what I'm teaming up with Q Promotions. We're trying to get Colorado, Texas. Pretty soon, you guys are going to have it's going to reveal a big, we're going to make a big announcement with Key Promotions and Tejano Up Radio. And it's all about trying to go through different artists in Colorado, Texas, any other states that wants to join us. By all means, reach out. All right. We're going to let you go with the last couple two songs, his slideshow de Johnny y Los Plowboys. I said it right. Adios, que Dios los bendiga.
Not Playboys.
Not Playboys. Me matan.
And there was a great one. No, right? Los Plowboys in Roscoe, Texas. All right, guys. Bye. We'll leave
God
it.
bless.
You guys can stay on ahorita.
Okay.
A las 12 de la noche andaba yo en la movida, andaba brincando cerca visitando a mi querida. Estábamos en los hechos, en medio de la pasión, cuando hay nomás el marido y ay qué susto nos pegó. Échale, Josh. Con su pistola en la mano quería defender su honor, yo defender mi pellejo y que brinco al callejón. Me escapé de una esquina, me escapé de milagro. Ya ni el polvo me miró, todavía me anda buscando. Adiós morena preciosa, nunca te echaría al olvido, nunca te volvería a ver por temor a tu marido. The jukebox is playing a honky-tonk song. One more I keep saying, and then I'll go home. What good would it do me? I know what I'll find. An empty body, broken hearts, and you're still on my mind. Yeah, all the people are laughing and they're having their fun. Well, I'm sitting here crying over what you have done. My pockets are empty, it's my last glass of wine. An empty bottle, a broken heart, and you're still on my mind. So blue I could die. I just sit here drinking till the bottle runs dry.